Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Rebecca Rice, and I teach family photographers how to gain a life of financial freedom through a thriving photography business. Today, we're talking all about posing for maternity sessions. I'm super excited. These are some of my favorites, so I'm going to give you some of my best tips and tricks that you can use on your very next session. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel so that you can be notified every week when a new video goes live. And it just helps out the algorithm so that other photographers just like you can find our stuff. Before we get too far talking all about posing, I did want to let you know about a free posing class that I have just for you guys, that it's all about posing for families specifically. It's called The Keys to Effective Family Posing: Goodbye, Awkward, and Stiff. So we have it linked in the description for you. You can sign up today. It's completely free, and we're talking all about family posing. So if you're the kind of person that posing is, your weakest link, and you feel uncomfortable and awkward going into sessions, and maybe you stall trying to think of what to do next, you blank out on what poses to do, this class is for you. I know it will be helpful. The feedback we've been getting from students has just been incredible. So be sure to sign up for free today using the link in the description. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty of posing maternity clients. So maternity sessions are some of my absolute favorite sessions just because of what it is. It's celebrating life, and we get to capture such special moments in our family's lives. And so a part of that is we want to make sure that our posing is just reflective of that it celebrates life, that it makes mom feel really confident and, glowing like she is. And so your posing is going to make a huge difference in how the clients, perceive their photos when they receive them. So the golden rule for maternity sessions is that there's always, and I mean always, at least one hand on the belly, okay? Whether it's mom's hand, dad's hand, it doesn't matter. Somebody's hand is always on that belly, and preferably under. You can do under and over. Don't just do over, because then you can't see where the definition of that belly is. So you want that at least one hand on the belly at all times. Now, I like to shoot maternity sessions between like 32 and 36 weeks because you want that bump to be, big enough that it's noticeable and that, you can see it and pose well in your photos, but also you don't want to wait too long just in case they go into delivery early. And so I know for me, I delivered at 37 weeks with my daughter, and so I would have just made that cut with the 36-week mark. So 32 to 36 weeks tends to be like the sweet spot for my clients, but that's just a bonus tip for you. So always, always, always somebody's hand on the belly at all times. Now in maternity sessions, I like to get photos of just mama and that belly. And there's a ton of variety that you can do there, but I also like to get some of course, mom and dad, but get the family involved too if they have other kids. So let's talk about just mama and her belly. So first of all, I always turn mom slightly away from the camera. So we don't want her all the way sideways, but slightly away from the camera so that you can see her nice profile. And I have her put both hands on the belly, one below and one above. And this is so funny. Like, I don't have a big belly here, pregnant belly, but the hand that's closest to me, to the photographer, is always the one that's on bottom. And this is something that people don't really think about often, but I like to elongate that arm because I don't want it to look like chicken arm over here that's closest to the camera that you can see. So I have that one, the one closest to me, be the one that's on the bottom, and then they can place the other one on top. So of course I get some of her looking at me and smiling. We get some of her looking and smiling down at her belly. And you can give prompts, things like, I want you to imagine when you get to hold that sweet baby in your arms, and capture that like sweet smile that mama gives. So we get some of just mama in her belly, having her look up, having her look down, and then we can bring dad into the photo. And if mama has a big flowy dress, I might also, without dad, get one of her dress flowing while she's holding that baby bump, and it's so beautiful, especially if you've got a really pretty landscape. So that's something that you can try too. But at that point, I like to pull dad into the picture, and an easy place for him to go is right behind, not in like an awkward prom pose, but have him come behind and put hands on the belly too. Okay, so that now we have everybody's hands on the belly, have them look at me, have them look down at the belly. You can have him kiss on her head while she looks at me or looks down on the belly. There's so many different varieties you can do just in that one single pose. But you can also change up your shooting composition where you're shooting straight on. You can shoot from over their shoulder. I like to get a close-up of their hands on the belly because that's always super sweet. So change up your composition to help diversify that gallery. Another one that you can do is you can have mom and dad face each other with the belly in the middle. Now, dads are naturally gonna like stick out their bellies too. That's not the kind of photo I want, but you can get the belly in the middle and have both mom and dad holding onto the belly. And this is one of those that I like to do a close-up of. It's not so attractive from far away, but close-up, it looks really, really sweet with all those hands on that belly. Another really sweet shot that you can do, and I like to do this when we're outdoors, is to have mom and dad hold hands walking and mama's got her hand on her belly. So they can walk together, hand on the belly. If they have a bunch of kids, that's a really sweet time to bring the kids into the mix. Of course, you can have the kids in the mix with the other varieties too, just placing them around. But for a walking shot, that one's super easy. So have mama hold her belly and then hold the hand of someone next to her, and whether it's dad or the rest of the kids, and that's a really sweet just walking shot. So she can look down at belly, she can look up, she can look at her husband or her kids or whoever, and have them all walk together. Another one that I really like to get if there are siblings in the mix is the siblings kissing on mama's belly. It's so sweet, having them, especially if they're super little, having them kiss the belly. We say, "Where's baby?" and getting them to just interact and get used to the idea that they are a big brother or a big sister. So that's a really fun one to do as well. Another one that you can do is if you're in a more comfortable environment, like, there's a couch or you're inside their home or something like that. I did a lifestyle maternity session and it turned out so beautiful. We got lots of really fun sitting shots. So we want to make sure mama's comfortable first, but we have her have dad sit nice and close too, kind of like they're like nuzzling or snuggling on a couch, and then all the hands on the belly. So she can get super comfortable and look down, look at each other. That's a really great moment to be able to capture just the comfort and like the intimacy in that moment of this sweet, sweet family that is growing. So there's a lot of variety you could do with sitting, taking the same concepts as standing. So always hands on the belly, pull dad in nice and close, have the other kids around, but make sure that belly is the center of attention because it's a maternity session. So those are tons of really fun, easy maternity shots that you can get. And of course, just go with it. Especially if there's kids in the mix, that you can, pull off of their personalities and see what they want to do. And, of course it's fun to get those like silly shots of the kid because it may be the last set of pictures they have before the baby comes into the mix. So I like to get really special ones of like mom and dad and the kid where, the belly isn't necessarily the focus, but the kid is. So you can mix it up however you like, but I'd love to hear about it if you implement some of this in your next maternity session. So comment below and let me know if you found this helpful or if you were able to use it in your next maternity session, or if you just have questions about posing for maternity sessions, comment them and I would love to jump in and help answer whenever I can. And I'm also really active on Instagram, so you can find me at Rebecca Rice Photography. You can shoot me a DM and we can chat there, whatever's easiest for you. So that's all I have for you. Don't forget to sign up for that free class, the free posing class that we have linked below, and we'll see you next time.